Hello and welcome to the Boomstick Gaming review for the first entry into the Dark Pictures Anthology, Man of Medan. Does the team that brought us the B-movie horror homage Until Dawn bring their A-game into this haunted nautical adventure?
I'm here to record the story you choose to tell. You see, this tale is only part written, and the choices you make will complete it, and determine whether the lives of those with whom you are interfering continue to flourish, or whether they are snuffed out.
I'm going to try my best to keep this as spoiler-free as I can, while still hopefully giving you somewhat of a feel for the game, since at its core, Man of Medan is a highly narrative-driven experience. The general gist of the story revolves around a small group of friends that get stuck on a supposed haunted ship as they try their best to keep their sanity in check in order to survive. The choices you make along the way via direct dialogue options, quick-time event inputs, last-second decisions, and the occasional microgame all help to create your own individual story. If you happen to make the wrong call along the way, primary characters can most definitely perish, but the story will still continue on regardless. Since this overall adventure is pretty small in scope, it doesn't really take all that long to get through. Your prime motivation to get your money's worth from Man of Medan is through attempting different routes in subsequent playthroughs, or by playing online with a friend to help influence scenes in different ways, while even allowing for entirely unique perspectives during certain sections. In my second playthrough, for example, I managed to keep a character alive that I lost very early on in my first, thanks to a dumb decision, and their story ended up being one of the most memorable ones in the game.
7 seconds. I can get out through the window. We gotta break these off first.
Too loud. They'll hear it.
We're gonna break them during the thunder.
Good call.
I'll go through the window and get the boat. You guys distract them.
Conrad, just stay focused and get to the boat. Okay, let's do it.
Outside of the previously mentioned direct influence you have on the story, there's also some passive changes going on behind the scenes, as the game is also constantly tracking the relationship amongst each character, as well as their ever-evolving traits that shift according to your actions. There's also a system in place that allows you to find premonitions of what could happen in the story's future, which are hidden in paintings that are scattered throughout the environments. While I'm not going to say my subsequent playthroughs of the story were entirely different from each other, the small nuanced changes and larger set-piece moments really do shed additional light on some very important story beats. As far as the atmosphere goes, expect a lot of dark claustrophobic corridors, wartime decor, and of course, jump scares aplenty. The more subtle, creepy elements were definitely my favorites, and the atmosphere of the ship slowly starts to grow on you in an eerie kind of way. Now for some of the less impressive aspects to the game, and these will be obvious to anyone who has played Until Dawn because yet again, performance issues, strange camera cuts, and facial inconsistencies regularly rear their ugly heads. This can make some of the most impactful moments come across somewhat diluted when the game is struggling just to keep up with itself. Outside of that, and the fairly short length of the campaign, pretty solid in the story and setting department, which luckily remain the highlights of the game. This is ultimately a memorable, short and sweet, well maybe not sweet, a short and grim narrative experience that does just enough to make it all worth its lower price point. The Dark Pictures Anthology starts out fairly strong with Man of Medan, but definitely has room to grow in the future.
So, what's the status of the Duke? I saw one of the goons take something out of the boat.
Distributor cap. Makes the engine work.
If you happen to enjoy my style of review, consider subscribing to the channel, ringing that little bell icon if you already are, and following me on Twitter at BoomstickAlex. If you want to go above and beyond to help in perpetuating my ability to continue covering games, also check out the perks I provide my YouTube members and patrons, who, just like these awesome top supporters here, all go to directly fund Boomstick Gaming. As always, this has been Alex, and thanks for watching.